We're rolling whenever you're ready.
Was there a point or many points when you lost faith in being able to return? If so, when?
Obviously there was a big part of the initial part of my rehab when I wasn't even really thinking about football at that point. Way more concerned, obviously, with everyday life, tasks, and things. But, obviously fortunate enough that it did progress to the point when I started to think about football. It still seemed very distant for a long, long time. As I worked towards that, it was a complex thing, trying to figure out bracing that worked, that would best work to try to play quarterback. And it literally came up to this summer, when I finally got the go-ahead, that my bone had healed enough that I could attempt it. But even then, I still think it was hard for a lot of people to digest that I wanted to do this, that I wanted to attempt this. And so certainly I did get a lot of pushback throughout the entire process about, why was I doing this, that this was crazy. So yeah, there were definitely periods throughout the entire 2 years of setbacks, and when I really did doubt anything like this was possible. So I, certainly throughout the entire process.
What was that special feeling like when you got behind center for the first time in game?
Yeah, I mean, the mix of emotions when I first ran out on the field, it was crazy because it was my first game dressing. So I had a lot of emotions in that sense. And then to run out there, I hadn't been tackled in 2 years because of, the lack of preseason. So, from obviously a lot of anxiety and, potential doubt about obviously how my leg's going to hold up, to amazing rush of thrill, excitement, that feeling of going out there again and playing. I never thought I'd get that back. And to have all that wrapped up into one is obviously very hard to articulate even. I'm happy that it happened so fast that I didn't have to spend a week agonizing over it, that I did just have to kind of run out there. All of a sudden I was calling a play and taking a snap. But that was a big reason why I wanted to come back, that feeling that you get going out there and playing this game. So obviously, I'm so lucky to have been able to experience that.
Players, coaches, journalists, and fans have all pointed out to your story as being inspirational. How do you react to that, and what inspires you?
It's humbling when I hear that, because I know for how long I spent thinking about and looking at the men and women that inspired me. When I was stuck in the hospital bed, stuck in a wheelchair, I spent countless hours Googling, looking at videos of our servicemen and women going through the same rehab that I went through. I spent countless hours looking at video of Jalen Smith playing with an AFO. So there were definitely people in front of me that I'm so thankful for, that allowed me to go down this path, and obviously humbled, and I guess you hope that you can kind of be a link in that chain for anybody coming behind you.